Happy New Year, everybody. Misery gut sitting here.
Yeah.
Why am I miserable? Because nothing works properly.
Indeed.
Well, the sound's okay. Let me just put the info in on YouTube and I'll be with you in a minute. I think this is part 51.
Oh my, Kodiak's been updated.
Was it?
Yeah, I've got 4 controls.
And we're flying from Victor, Tango, Sierra, Romeo, RANONG, RANONG, to Victor, Yankee, Mike, Echo, MYEIK. I don't know if I've said that right. Mike, Yankee, Echo, India, Kilo. That's all I'm putting in. Save. Right, let's start the plane up. So we are in Malaysia. Heading north.
Nobody asks for spices. You know, spices. You know, Cheeto started. It was a good idea, man.
Well, I hope everybody had a nice Christmas and New Year.
Maybe.
Old Misery Guts here didn't. Well, I didn't have a bad time.
Reverse thrust to get me off away from these pumps. Well, looking at the, what do you go for?
Didn't hear a word of that.
I said, looking at the old floppy flag up there, I think he got to turn right and then take off to the left. The windsock. The windsock is floppy, but it's...
That's over there. Yep.
Ranong ground Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy request taxi for north departure with Charlie.
Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 02 using taxiway. Contact tower
02.
on 172.25 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 02 using taxiway Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy.
There's another cool yap there.
Sir?
Which way are you taking off?
02.
I thought you would just take off that direction. It's a long enough runway.
Just going to take off from here. Yeah. She said to take off from 02 and 02's on this side. I'm only doing what she told me to.
I'm not.
I know. Because you're a bandit.
Airborne.
Yippee. Hippie, 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 hooray.
At least taking off this way, it's actually en route.
Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy, you are not cleared to take off.
I forgot.
Ranong approach Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy is type 1 miles north of Ranong 300 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie
They got blocked.
airspace.
To ask permission
Reno
to take
19er,
off.
6-2 heavy ran on approach.
I didn't either, so.
Squawk 2401.
Right, be back in a minute.
Yippee.
Squawk 2401 Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy.
Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy radar contact 2 miles north of Ranong, 1,200 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Reno 19er, 6-2 heavy.
There we go. First World Tour flight of 2023. That's my height. Oops. Nice around here. Yes, I can't edit any videos because my editing software won't let me log into it. So I emailed them and I've made a complaint.
Reno 1906, 2 heavy contact, compound approach on 119.7. Good day.
Going to 119.7 Reno 19.62 heavy. Southbound approach Reno 19.62 heavy 1,700 feet.
Reno 1962 heavy southbound approach altimeter 29.9, continue as planned.
So I tried looking for a different editing software. Either they want you to pay up front 12 months in advance that I can't afford, or I go to some crappy editing software that's useless. Oh, I just wait for Wondershare Filmora to email me back. So I really haven't got any choice. So I can't edit any videos. And to be quite honest, there's nothing to edit because the weather is so shitty. Wind, rain, gloom. And when I did go out and film something, I forgot to turn the 360 camera off before half an hour. Of course it corrupted the file and I ended up with nothing. After nearly coming off the motorbike on black ice. Yes, I'm misery guts. I hate it when technical things let you down. I just fiddles me off big time. That's a nice view of the harbour town. So this flight's about 1 hour 20 minutes. So it's not a long flight, but just I'm going over speed. I've had to throttle back. So it's 145 miles at 52 minutes, so it's not far. I didn't want to do a great big long flight today, because I'm miserable. And I don't mind admitting I'm a misery guts.
Yes, Scrooge.
And that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't send anybody a Christmas card.
Oh, nor did I.
Guess what I bought for Christmas presents? Gas bottles, candles,
Yeah. Tins?
and
No,
food,
yeah, we had tins.
and tins and food and stuff. Sensible things. Oh, paraffin, 2 paraffin lamps. That's what I bought for Christmas. Hasn't been all misery. I think what would cheer me up if the weather was better. But at the moment the weather is
500.
appalling. It's not nice at all.
500.
Because I'm sure in previous winters, I remember we used to have sunny days. I think we've had one decent sunny day in probably 4 weeks. up here in the north. I've never known so much cloud and gloom.
Mostly around your house.
Especially around my house, yes.
How to get that one in? You don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah. So I've got no video footage. All my memory cards are empty. I've got 2 videos left on YouTube I can post, but they are just me on my motorbike videos.
I told you what we're going to do. We're going to, like he said, he says, why don't you not go back in history and download all your videos and make a compilation for last year?
I can't.
No.
My editing software doesn't work.
Well, that's true. But you can download them and get ready.
I don't want to put videos I've already filmed back on, even if it's a compilation. I could make a photo video.
Yeah, well, that editing software for Windows 10 will cope with that.
Yeah.
I'm having the same problem with Premiere. What's it? Premiere?
Premiere, yeah.
I mean, the only one that I get any joy with, no, it's Cyberlink I've got a problem with. You know, I got their offer of 365, and it indicates with a 365 that I would do 360s. But you load a MP4 from your Insta into it, and it gives you an error too. If you do a RAW file into it, it gives you 2 round sunglasses type shots. So, I mean, Flamora is 59, I think, for the year, and they do have a edition for 360. But as you're having lots of problems.
What it's saying is, I've had multiple logins, and what they've done is locked me out of my editing software. And I've emailed them twice, saying it's me. And can you please unlock my editing software? And I'm still waiting. After 4 days. I know it's Christmas, New Year and evening. But bloody get yourself back to work and fix it.
Yeah.
So I unsubscribed, hoping that might get their attention. I suppose they're not bothered about my £50 odd a year subscription. What's £50 odd to them? You know?
Exactly.
But if they don't want people to give them bad feedback, they should bloody fix it as soon as they can. I've had no issues with it till 2 weeks before Christmas. They locked me out of my editing software. Then they locked me back in. And then I went to use it again. They locked me back out of it again. That's a nice beach. Go and live there. That's a lovely beach. Yeah. Go and live in one of those little shacks. Sit on the beach with a sea fishing rod, catching fish, drinking beer, and a deck chair.
Your solar panels would work.
You what?
Your solar panels would work, yeah.
Yeah. There's the pony. It's over there.
Rhino 1962 Heavy, you're leaving my airspace radar service. Terminated squawk 7000. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Reno 1962 Heavy. Yangon Center Reno 1962 Heavy is type 20 miles north of Kothan, 1,700 feet. Request flight following.
Rhino 1962 Heavy, Yangon Center. Squawk 0264.
Squawk 0264 Reno 1962 Heavy.
Rhino 1962 Heavy, radar contact 21 miles north of Kothan, 1,700 feet. Altimeter 29.90.
Roger, Reno 1962 Heavy.
Right, Tony, you might be able to answer me this question. I've just flown over something on the ground, and it's like a round circle with a picture of a plane. And I've seen them before. I've seen
That's
them
where you're at.
Eh?
Is that where you are now?
I've just flown over it.
We'll have to come off nav and altitude, so I'll divert.
I've seen them on Google Maps. You have like a white chalk mark on the ground of a plane. I don't know what they are. They're on Google Maps. You know, on satellite images.
Yeah.
I just wondered what they were. I thought I could Google it.
Usually has all the answers.
I bet it will come up with a completely wrong answer what I'm looking for. Why do you have images of planes on the ground?
According to Wikipedia, the image has to be composed when the aircraft is on the ground, because the photographer has no access to the camera while the aircraft is in flight.
No, I knew that would not. I'll have to put it a different way. Why can you see aircraft markings on the ground?
Look either. All a glyph, isn't it?
Why can't we see the shadows there? What pilots there?
Why do we see aircraft glyphs on the ground?
Why do we see aircraft glyphs on the ground? Why do we see aircraft paint markings on the ground?
According to Federal Aviation Administration, they are used to identify the location of taxiing aircraft during low visibility operations.
There you go. That sounds more like it. Still not sure about that. Identify the location of taxiing aircraft during low visibility operations. Not sure about that one. Airport marking aid and signs. I give up. If I see another one, I'll point it out. Maybe it's got something to do with a outer marker for an approach to an airport. So if you've got a beacon and you're flying along and you see the picture of a plane on the ground, you know you're flying in the right direction. That's the only thing I can come up with.
They're out in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe it's for UFOs. Go up a bit higher so we can get a little bit better view. Go up to 5,000 feet. So everybody can see the lovely view. There we go, going up 1,000 feet a minute. I don't know why it is. If I put my graphics up to full, it gives me problems. If I set them to default, it looks more realistic. And I don't know why. Because surely the higher the graphics, the more realistic it should be. But that looks pretty realistic to me. The colours and everything. What do you think? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I says, I don't know. Are you there?
Yes.
Well, there you are. I answered you.
It's like when you have a phone call. You don't say you've got a phone call, and I'm talking away, and you're talking to somebody else, and I'm thinking you're talking to me. And you say, oh, I'm on the phone.
I'm actually writing a letter for the building to stop people putting nappy wipes
Down the drain.
down.
Yeah.
I nearly hit that hill.
People put nappy ropes down the drain and they find out who they are. They should be made to go clean it out themselves. Bloody disgusting. It's because complete laziness. Got no thought for anybody else.
That was close. Hello.
Unless you've got biodegradable nappy wipes. You can get ones that dissolve like blue paper.
Yeah.
But they cost more. And they should be cheaper to encourage people to use them. Seems to me anything that helps the environment costs more, and all the stuff that's bad is cheaper. It should be the other way around. There's a nice beach down there. There's a few nice beaches. I'll live on this island here, this one here. That's my island. There. Well, I didn't win the lottery. Just checked my lottery ticket today. So I have to wait to get my island. Why's your plane flying sideways?
No idea. Is it flying sideways?
It is on my map. There's my island left. I'll call it Bush Pilot Island. I'll have a boat launch down there so I can cross over to the mainland with my motorbike, go and do my shopping, come back, sit on the beach doing some sea fishing with a barmy. Yeah. And the rest of the world can go and get stuck. Why does my heading seem wrong? Let's do a slight course adjustment. Alright, I'm going to go and get some more beer. Back in a minute. have to go and do some shopping tomorrow. Running out of beer. Need to buy beer and candles. Well, there's one good thing, the weather's turned warmer. How's your video thing going?
Stopped it for a minute.
Tony's been busy anyway filming. Filmed the laser lights at Newcastle. They were quite good. I was quite surprised how many people were there in that pouring rain.
Made a nice effect on the lights though.
Yeah, it did make a good effect on the lights. You know that one you can log into the app and you can move your own laser?
Yeah. Yes.
You know, you were having difficulty thinking which laser's mine.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's lots of lasers up there. And plus I was filming with one hand and trying to work the phone in the other.
Yeah. Really, it should have... they should have been numbered. So you could, from 1 to how many lasers there were on the bridge. So you could
Yeah, on the gap, yeah.
Yeah, so roughly you could count back which laser was yours. But, you know, that's a sensible thing to do, but probably nobody thought of it. You're laser number 2, so you just count 2 lasers along and you know that's your laser. Is it 3 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Did it cost?
No.
Oh, it's not so bad, it's free. We're not far away. I think we're about half distance. Nearly half distance. No, I think we are half distance. Excuse me. At least it's nice and sunny here.
Just got to go on the phone, I'll turn you down.
Okay. Yeah, let's say we're halfway. So it's 28 minutes to landing. 71 miles. Not far. 28 minutes, so that's 18. 15? No, 18:10 UK time. Roughly around about 18:10 or 18:08. There's a nice little fishing village down there. Very nice. So, what's my next plan? Well, my next plan is to ride from Port Carlisle and Cumbria all the way along the Round Wall, all the way to Wall's End in the northeast. So it'll be bike footage and drone footage all mixed up together. Then I'm going to do a trip from I don't know where I'm going to start off from. I'm going to do a trip to Whitby. And I'm not sure where the starting off point will be, but I'll be doing a trip to Whitby and back, and I'm not sure if I'm going to camp there overnight or not. Because the cat would be okay for a night by himself, once he's got food. But that'll be in the summer sometime. So that's two ideas I've got. Of course, that's where the Roman War started from, is Port Carlisle. And it finishes at Wall's End on the River Tyne. want to take my time. I don't want to rush it. So I've been watching other people's videos and they do these bike trips. And all it is road, 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 get there as quick as possible. I don't want to do that. I want to take my time and film more on the way. We've got two big Roman ports. We've got Halsteads and we've got Vindolanda. And there's some other smaller ports. Then we have to ride right through the middle of Newcastle. Right down the Tyne River. Well, not in the river. I want to do Hard Knot and Rhino's Pass. I've done it loads of times in a car and I've never done it on a motorbike. So I want to do that. There's quite a few things to do over the spring and summer. Hopefully improve on things, camera footage. What I need is a new, what I want is a DJI action camera. But they're about, I don't know, about 300, 400 quid. A lot of money to fork out. Because the camera I've got is okay, but it's not good enough. It's just a cheap camera. So a DJI action camera would be the best option because I'm not that keen on GoPros. I've heard of a lot of issues of people having overheating problems and other things. I've got a 360 that I did a swap with Tony. That's the one I tried out the other day. Of course, there was no footage because you're supposed to turn it off or refresh it every 25 minutes and restart the recording. Of course, I didn't do that, it corrupted the file. That's when I slid on black ice and then it came off the mic. But I was really hoping that I caught that on camera. I went, oh, bugger. Didn't catch it on camera. Well, at least the bike didn't end up on the road. I managed to control it. Gave me a bit of a fright, but so we're not far away from the airport. So let's have a look on the other map. There's the airport there at the top of the screen. There. 19 minutes. 1854. 49 miles. So So I gather it's these hills in the distance over there. Now, if you don't know what planes we're flying the Kodiak 100. This is what the Kodiak 100 looks like. Got tundra tyres on for landing on rough surfaces. Turboprop. Nice plate, it's got a cargo pod underneath it. Nice looking plane. And the inside.
At least we have the radar dish on the side.
Yeah. And the back, mine's a cargo plane. Hasn't got the seats in it. So I can put boxes of stuff in the back. And we've got a little light up there that you can move around. I always think it looks rude. Twiddly stick. Stop fiddling in your twiddly stick. And the blinds work. You can put the blinds down. Put them back up again. Got a cup holder. Door opens, but I'm not going to do it because the plane will crash. That window opens, but you can't do it in mid-air because the plane will crash. We've got, oh, you've got another cup holder over there. What else? Oh, armrests. They come up. I've flown lots of planes, and the Kodiak's my favourite.
Wasn't it a start?
Well, the first one was the Cessna Caravan.
That wasn't too bad, but
I like the Cessna Caravan. If it had all the features as the Kodiak has, I'd probably fly it again. No, look, the doors opening and stuff.
well, it didn't crash when you opened a window.
No, well, you couldn't open a window, could you?
No, that's what I should do with this.
Glue it up. Put some boss stick around it.
No, I've got on this updated Kodiak, when you look down at your throttles,
Yeah.
the left-hand one for you is not operational.
Yeah,
On mine,
the red one.
yeah, I've got that's working on mine,
Mine
and
doesn't.
it's emergency power.
Yeah, that one there, the red one.
It's active on mine.
Mine isn't. Mine doesn't work.
I haven't actually pushed it because all we do is we're at 69 mile an hour. If I get emergency power, what do I do there?
Don't know.
What one, Mr. Spock?
14 minutes to landing. 37 miles.
18 minutes, just behind you.
There's the airport there. So I gather it's over here somewhere. A little bit of turbulence. have an outside view.
Next time we do a thing, I'll try and send you a layout.
Layout of what?
The airports we're going to and from.
Tony likes all this technical stuff. Me, I just take off and fly to an airport and land.
No, you don't. You ask air traffic, which annoys you. You see, what you should do is go to ATIS and get the information there rather than talk to the air traffic.
I know, but the air traffic sounds good, but people will watch the video. It makes it sound more realistic.
If you want to do that, you have to book into the real ATC.
Request clearance
If you got the courage.
Charlie airspace.
That'd be interesting.
Reno 19er 62 Heavy heading on center.
So I got told off on that one.
Cleared through Charlie airspace, Reno 19er.
Because my engine failed.
That's what happens when you buy cheap parts for your plane.
I was crossing the runway and it says, take off, take off, take off. I went, my engine's failed, I get off the runway. There's this 747 taking off. You're in his way, shifting.
Teddy buys cheap engine parts off eBay.
Actually, it was Abu Dhabi, or that one off there. Took 6 weeks to get here. It was Habajab from down the street, put it in for us. And it was Irish Michael who used all the tools. Might as well get them all in. No offence meant. It's like us. Yeah, well, put the engine in, and then when you got an extra screw, you get the manual out and they don't look the same.
Yeah, I changed the gearbox in a Saab 96, and we label all the cables and everything, and so we knew where everything went back. Started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it was 12:30 at night when I'd finished it. And I had 6 nuts and bolts left. Don't know where the hell they came from. I went all over the place thinking, where do these things, nuts and bolts, go? Anyway, the gearbox worked perfectly after that. The worst thing about taking the gearbox out of a Saab 96 is, because with it being front wheel drive, you have to pull the drive shafts out of the gearbox. Because I pulled the bloody drive shafts out of the gearbox, all the bearings just fell all over the place. And what a job redoing it. Because you have to pack it with grease and put the bearings back in, and the grease stops the bearings from falling back out again. That's why it took me from 10 o'clock to 12:30 at night. And I wouldn't come into the house till I'd finished it. I said, no, I'm not coming in till I've finished it. I don't want to work on it tomorrow. Of course, the Saab 96 was had freewheeling hubs on the front, so you could actually knock it instead of engine braking. It would just freewheel. Brilliant car, though.
It was.
Reno 19er 119er62 heavy contact. MYEIK approach.
I was going to say, I can't think. I was going to say something, it must be right.
118.7 for Reno 19er62 heavy. MYEIK approach Reno 19er62 heavy 5,000 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna
Reno
drop
1906.
my
2 heavy
altitude.
MYEIK approach altimeter 29.90. Continue.
Only at 3,900 anyway.
I'm at 5,000. I'm going to drop it down to 3,000 feet.
I'll have to do the Conga sometime.
The what?
Amazon River.
I've done it. But it's boring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Got the China wall, but you got to download it.
Yeah, I flew down the Amazon and all it is hundreds of miles of just forest, with the odd landing strip. I thought it was going to be quite exciting, and it wasn't really. I was quite disappointed.
I wonder if they got any of the old ruins in the Amazon forest.
Yeah, oh, I can see the airport. There's the airport there. Right in front of me, just there.
30 miles. Looks like a step.
I'd like to do some flights around Thailand. You know where that James Bond film was filmed? And they had that floating bar.
Yes, yes.
And they had all those islandy things sticking up. That's where I'd like to have a fly around. But I don't know where it is. I know it's in Thailand somewhere. Where in Thailand?
What's James Bond?
Where was James Bond's location in Thailand? Right, I have to think about landing.
Got a side wind.
Oh yeah, I never even thought of looking at the wind direction.
20 knots from the front. From the right, sorry, from the right.
Yeah, right to left. There's only one runway. It might not be so bad as we get further down.
Thing you got to be careful of is the getting blown up with the flaps. Have to do the trick of flaps down, full to get down, and then just before you touch down, lift them up. Maybe.
I need to turn to the right a little bit. Just get myself lined up.
That's a strange thing.
What?
Never seen that before. If you zoom in on your map, it draws like a wheel.
Yeah, I've got a blue wheel on mine.
Never seen that before.
I haven't either. Must be new.
But the path you're coming into is straight down the runway.
Yeah, that's what Tony's talking about, that blue wheel there. It's the first time I've come across it. I don't know what it is. If anybody knows what that is.
Like bearings, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a pirate sign.
Yeah.
Wow, you're coming into pirate land.
UFO landing port. Anyway, it's supposed to be looking up runway. It's not. Right, we need to make a slight turn to the left. Let's check that wind again. 16 knots. Right, I'm going to take it off autopilot.
20 knots where I am.
Right, autopilot's off. I think the wind is going to be less as we get lower. I'll check it just before I land. Right, flaps down 1. Slowing myself down a bit. Check that wind speed again. 11 knots. It's dying down as we get further down. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Mike Tower, Reno 1962 Heavy 5 miles south, 2,300 feet to land.
Reno 1962 Heavy, Mike Tower. Altimeter 29.89.
You watch Angel's channel.
I haven't watched it, babe.
Got the twin-engined American Air Force one. Very nice growl on the engines.
Flaps down 2. Throttle off a little bit more.
Reno 1962 Heavy, did you hear my last transmission?
Cleared to land runway tree 6 Reno 1962 Heavy.
Now what's the wind speed? 4 knots. That's good. So we shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to land with flaps down 2. I'm not putting it on full flaps. The runway's long enough.
500.
Don't land with any.
Airspeed is 100 knots.
Don't forget when you touch down, put your throttle right back and then press that left button which I programmed for you 3 times.
I know. How many times have I landed?
I know, I'm just telling you where your reverse thrust is.
I know where my reverse thrust is.
Behind you. Silly place to put trees.
Yeah, right at the end of the runway.
But it's not in real life.
Bit of a skid.
Reno 1962 Heavy, turn, next taxiway.
Where is the next taxiway? Thought it was behind me. It is. Just turn around. How far away are you from the airport? Oh, there you are, there. I'll try to clear the runway before you land.
Reno 1962 Heavy, turn, next taxiway.
Excuse me? It's that Foster's Lager. I'll come off here and cross over at the bottom and park up. So Tony can concentrate on his landing without me hopping
Reno
around.
1962 Heavy, contact ground on 118.1.
Right. As long as we don't have any forklifts that are chasing us.
1962 Heavy.
Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever left that.
I didn't.
Well, thank you very much for that thumbs up. Must be my fantastic landing. I think that was one of my best landings, apart from the little skid.
Actually, it's probably the first good one you've done while we're doing a live.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get good at my landings with the A320.
So I find that very difficult.
Yeah. Flying a jet airliner and landing it is completely different than flying a Kodiak. Right, where's the airport terminal?
There's that one.
Should be one over here somewhere. Oh, there it is, there. I'm just crossing over the runway. Don't panic.
I mean, it's on the left side.
Yes. I'll just drive over the grass. Nobody will mind. Who's gonna notice? Have a tour of the airport. How far are you off the runway now?
500 feet up, just coming across the river.
Oh, we'll park over here and watch Tony land.
Got a nice steady 96 miles an hour coming in.
Right, we'll just stop here. I don't know if this looks like an airport terminal or not. Looks like a... I don't know what this is. We'll just stop here. Stop here and watch Tony. There he is there, look. You can see his lights. Just put my handbrake on. And we'll watch Tony land. Now you can judge who was the best person for landing. Let's see how well he does. Usually Tony lands pretty well.
Thank you.
500.
The wind socks floppy. Well, that wasn't bad. An hour and a half flight. Usually we do about 4-hour flights, but I didn't feel like a 4-hour flight today. Here he comes.
In the trees.
Well, that looked like a cool landing.
How did you get off this place?
Just drive across the grass like I did. Wow, I'd have to give that a 10 out of 10.
So, about the best one I've done so far. I didn't bounce at all. I was quite impressed with.
Yeah, I was impressed with that. Definitely. Right, we'll try to do one every week. Till I get some video footage, drone footage and other footage, but The way the weather is at the moment, I just cannot get out to film. It's just terrible. As Tony will tell you, it's just terrible.
It is. It is. Pardon me.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
We'll leave it there and have a nice 2023, everybody.
indeed. Have a good one.
And we'll catch you. I'm not going to say on the anyway. Have a
The
good
next
one.
one. Bye.
I'll burp.